Yo, what's good, everybody? It's Pablo, and welcome back to the channel. And this is another episode of my New Orleans Pelicans realistic rebuild, the post Boogie rebuild. We're going to see what the Pelicans can do after losing someone of that talent level. So you guys can see here some of the free agency signings. I'm going to be doing the major signings only. So some of the minor ones I'm not really going to be paying attention to. Paul George re-signing with the Thunder, Chris Paul going back to the Rockets, Carmelo Anthony actually re-signing an extension with the OKC Thunder, and then you have Jabari Parker going back to the Bucks. So some realistic moves here. Then I also made sure Rondo went to the Lakers. If there's the move that you guys didn't see here, definitely let me know. If it happened in real life, I'll do everything I can to make sure it happens in the MyLeague as well, because what we strive for is realism. But take a look at some of the other free agency signings here. There's a lot of guys off the market, so my strategy is to let the market kind of play out just a little bit, then take some vet minimums, some mid-level exceptions. Take a look at those types of guys, because there are some guys that we just simply put cannot afford. I mean, because the Pelicans are in a tight situation financially, so we're really gonna have to try our best to operate within our means and at the same time try to make the team better. So it's going to be a little bit difficult because we're really only able to upgrade the team with vet minimums, mid-level exceptions, and players of that caliber. So first I'm going to take a look at the roster we have going into the free agency period. So at point guard we have Frank Jackson and Drew Holiday. We're in dire need of a point guard. We have Etuan Moore playing the 2, sometimes playing the 3. Then we have Darius Miller and Mo Harkless. Those are going to be our primary wing players going into the season. I'm not looking to sign another 3 because I just got the guy I wanted at the 3 through the trade I made on draft night. Then we have Anthony Davis and Mirotic with an expiring contract going into next season. And then we also need another big man because Diallo is not ready to play major minutes, I don't think. But as far as the point guard need, we need a ball handler. Drew is going to be playing off the ball, so I went after Elfrid Payton as the Pelicans guy in real life. He denied me immediately. He's obviously expecting a lot more than I'm able to give. Same with Julius Randle. I tried to go after him like the Pelicans did in real life, but I obviously don't have the money to offer him that. So I have to really only negotiate with bargain players who are willing to take something less than $5 million. But before I went there, I wanted to try my luck with Michael Beasley. I feel like he's a good shooter. He's athletic. He would fit well, but of course he denied me immediately because he's wanting more money. He knows his worth. He had a good season last season, and he's not going to take that. And I don't blame him. I just wanted to go ahead and try my luck. But somebody that was not expecting too much was Jeremy Grant. I feel like Jeremy Grant will be a good player to plug in at the 4 when Anthony Davis is playing the center position for the Pelicans. Although he's not a great shooter, he is athletic. He's a good finisher, good defender, has the length. He can get out in transition, so he's going to help us there with his athleticism. But the one downfall, he is not a good shooter. So Anthony Davis may get some double team looks once he's in the paint. But we do have Mirotic for situations where we need to stretch the floor. But with Jeremy Grant, he played a little bit of hardball, declined a few offers, but we ended up settling on a 2-year player option for 2.45, pretty much 2.5 mil. That's a contract you get to play, prove yourself. If you mesh well, I'll offer you another contract. So come out, young player, and prove yourself. And then I'm going to go to Trey Burke, another player. I'm offering a similar type deal, but I'm going to try to get him to come down for the minimum. Hasn't been able to really stick anywhere, but I do see he has offensive potential. So I went ahead and offered him that contract. Waited a couple days, didn't hear anything back from Trey Burke, but he ended up accepting that. So you guys see, he's a good ball handler, did some good things in New York. I think on the game he was able to average around 9 points. So he's a solid offensive player, signing for the vet minimum. So then we have to see what Jeremy Grant is going to respond with. when it comes to our 2-year player option offer for him. And you guys see he actually accepts that offer, the 2-year player option. He gets to determine if he wants to return to the team after this year. This is a very experimental contract because it's one of those, of course, where you just kind of have to wait and see how he meshes with the team. But I have a very good feeling about Jeremy Grant. He's going to be playing very well for our bench unit. I don't intend to start him. Mirotic is our starting power forward. We're going to have Anthony Davis at the 5. But that's all the signings I was really able to make. There's a few other small signings I will show you guys that came after that free agency period. But here's the progression. Trey Burke actually progressed in his offensive game, so he's a better shooter, which is very good. So that, of course, never hurts. While Jeremy Grant actually became a worse shooter. And kind of just take a look at some of the other progression here. And then for the summer league, I will be foregoing that. I'm not playing any of those games, but this is the roster that the computer actually came up with. I delegated filling out this roster because I don't have any real desire to bring in a young guy like that that would be playing in summer league. I really showed you guys the stats to show you how Frank Jackson and Check Diallo actually did, because those are the only Pelicans that played in summer league that are really going to get any minutes during the regular season. But I went ahead and sent Mo Harkless to shooting training camp so he can become even more of an offensive threat to play with our bench unit and possibly move into the starting unit. He's a strong candidate to do that. But here's our final roster. Our roster we're going into opening night with. We have Anthony Davis, Drew Holiday, Nikola Mirotic, Etuan Moore, Darius Miller, Jeremy Grant, Trey Burke, Mo Harkless, Jordan Crawford, Alexis Ajinça. Then we have Check Diallo, Emeka Okafor, Hamidou Diallo, Frank Jackson, and Justin Jackson playing in the D League. So I'm really excited about this team, although we didn't get better all in all after losing Boogie. But this is a rebuilding year. We're going to try to compete. This team did sweep the Trailblazers without Boogie. So this is a team that is able to win games. They know how to win games. We added some young talent. So hopefully the team has what it takes to compete in the West. It's going to be really, really hard to get one of those top 8 spots in the Western Conference this year. So I'm excited. The next episode, we're going to get some real actual gameplay versus the San Antonio Spurs, who actually retained Kawhi Leonard and is playing. You guys don't want to miss that matchup. I'll see you guys then. Later.